Today is Wednesday, August 5th, and we begin the second week of the meet at Saratoga Racecourse 2009. Week one finished up with the Amsterdam on Monday, and it was truly a really wonderful performance by Quality Road, coming back off a layoff at a distance that was really not suited to him, and he won it in a fashion that was every bit as impressive as the media made it out to be. I was out there at the track that day, and it was just really a great performance. Today here on Wednesday, for those of you not in Saratoga, it's kind of a bit cloudy and overcast. The sun pops out every once in a while. If it rains, it doesn't look like it'll be too significant a shower today. Looking ahead to the weekend, we've got the Whitney and the Test on Saturday, which promise to be two very, very interesting races. And just getting back to Quality Road for a moment, it looks like he's pointed to the Travers. If everything goes well for him, Pletcher's made that clear. And although it's just complete speculation on my part, I'd be very surprised if Rachel Alexandra went up against Quality Road after that kind of performance on Monday in the Travers. It just doesn't seem to make sense. And with that, that's pure speculation, so it really doesn't mean much on my part. But let's move it over to Roselli and have him handicap the overnight event today on Wednesday.
The second week of racing at Saratoga starts with one of those sweet overnight stakes races that add so much depth to the program at Saratoga and really show the amazing number of excellent horses that race here. Wednesday's feature is the Delarose. It's a $70,000 overnight stakes for fillies and mares who haven't won a graded stakes this calendar year. They're going to go a mile on the inner turf. While the most intriguing horse in here, or the most prominent horse at least, is Cocoa Beach, who scratched out of Grade 1 to run in this spot. There are several sets of horses in here that are going to bear some watching. Let's look at Cocoa Beach first. She's the headliner. She was one of last year's great turf fillies. She ran in a prep race earlier this year, just didn't fire. In fact, it was a pretty bad race, didn't look good at all. So she is being dropped in here, and this is something that you often see. There's, of course, every year there's good horses coming up, which means that some other good horses have to be on their way down. So the question is Cocoa Beach on her way down? Is this a level where she even fits at this point in her career? Can they stop the slide here and move her back up toward the top of the division? Well, that's what we're paying to find out here. My feeling is that she, while she's training pretty decently, she showed so little in her first race that this would be like a first prep race back. I don't expect her to win. I think there's some tough competition in here. Horses that are new to the scene, horses that are on their way up. For instance, Cocoa Beach has a stablemate in here, Skylighter. She's just moved from Bobby Frankel to Graham Motion, one of those wonderful Middle Atlantic trainers with a great turf record. Skylighter's a Grade 2 winner. She's got good class line. She's raced against some tough fillies. She's done it all on dirt. She has one turf race, which was pretty decent. So I think between the two of Cocoa Beach and Skylighter, she actually has a better chance to win this. There's another entry in here, another entry, Scalara and Savoir Bien. Scalara, to me, is the actual class of the race. She has wins in listed stakes races before. She's been competitive in graded stakes with thirds and fourths, close up, only a few lengths off. And she has consistently fast closing fractions, come home times, that really point her out as the one to beat in here. Her stablemate Savoir Bien is making her North American debut. She's also involved because she's one of two Argentine horses that are making their North American debuts in this race. She gets Lasix for the first time. She goes to the Bobby Frankel barn. She's a multiple Grade 1 winner in Argentina, including the Argentine 1000 Guineas. So she's been successful at the highest levels of Argentine racing, which is not more than a cut and a half below American racing. below U.S. racing. Let's use the proper term here. She's at least as good as a listed stakes winner, and I think winning a classic in Argentina means she should be competitive at the Grade 2, Grade 3 level here. She's going to have to rally, and there's plenty of speed in here, so I expect her to give a good accounting of herself. And let's look at Teamgeist. She's the other Argentine filly in here. She was successful at the Grade 2 level. She didn't have as much success at Grade 1, and even raced against Savoir Bien a couple of times without a lot of success. She does bring speed. She's on the outside, which, an off a layoff, you're thinking those are negative factors. But Ken McPeak, her trainer, is a tremendous trainer off a layoff, so I'm not taking off any points for her there. She was also, she is speed in a speed-laden race, but she's shown some versatility. And particularly looking at her last 2 races last year, she really was showing marked improvement. And if she continues to improve like that, she has a great chance to be competitive. The rest of the horses in here, you could cover them with a blanket at the back of the pack. I do want to mention a couple of the AEs. This is drawn a full field. There'll probably be some scratches. The AEs you want to look at are Kitty Cat Express. She has a lot of speed also, but she's a horse that all of her career wins, all 3 of her wins, have been at double-digit odds. She scores at a price. She scores when you don't expect her to. I think you've got to include her at least on your pick 3, pick 4 tickets, if nothing else, or as a long shot saver. Cable is the other horse I think can do something in here. She's stepping up. She's a capable stalker. She runs for Christophe Clement. Obviously a great trainer with turf fillies. So it's a full field. It's a competitive field. It's got several levels of intrigue going for it. I think it'll be one of the more interesting ungraded stakes of the meet.